Hey everyone, welcome back to Torment, Tides of Numenera.
Of course.
We are playing the Last Castoff here, and we are trapped in the Labyrinth. And we're glowing for some reason. We faced off against the Millennia, who turned out to be the first Castoff. And she activated the resonance chamber, and we got stuck here. So, we've been told that we can go to the path to the resonance, which is where the changing god is. These three places down here where companions are trapped, and we've got a couple other. I actually want to go and check out the fathoms. There are a couple fathoms here that we've been to in the past. I just want to go and make sure that there's nothing new here. So let's go to the clock fathom, which is one of the very first places we found here. Just see if there's anything here. It does not look like it. Okay. Okay, good to make sure. Let's see if Ennefair here has anything new to say. Hello. I would speak with you. Okay. No, he doesn't have anything new to say. So, we're going to skip that for now.
All right.
We've already talked to these folks. That one's broken. Let's try the
Now.
Sorrow Fathom. It's possible we may end up having to fight some stuff here, but I had cleared it out in the past, so maybe it's still empty.
On it.
It looks empty-ish. Interact? No. It's just broken.
Now.
Okay, so it looks like this place is also... Yep, this place is also empty.
I'm ready.
So... Okay, so those two new places, it doesn't look like there's anything new. So, let us...
Go.
These are the folks we found on the ship. This is Lady Anshay. She's the shopkeeper from Milo Vest, right? No, leave me alone, you vultures. Lady Anshay, the entrepreneurial cast-off from Milo Vest, is in tears. She flaps her ornamented hands desperately in the air, her face stretched in sorrow and regret. As you step closer, you catch shades, flickers in the corner of your eye, of what she is seeing. Luxurious fabrics, marvelous oddities, and expensive-looking devices of all kinds are arrayed around her like a hoard, and several shadows are taking it all away from her. She tries to grab her treasures before they can be stolen, but her hands flap through them like mist. Please, she cries, I can pay you back, just give me more time. Whatever you've lost, you still have your life, you can get the other stuff back. Of course, you're right. Do you hear him? Take it all, you leeches. I earned it all once, I'll earn it again. As she speaks, all the shades and shadows melt away like a dream, and she returns to her right mind. Gradually, she recognizes you. Little brother? What a nightmare. My business had gone bankrupt. Everything was being taken away from me. I'm not ashamed to admit it's my greatest fear. Thank you for saving me from that. I feel like I've been given a second life. Where are we? What devilry has landed us here? We're in my mind. Our sire's resonance chamber drew us here. Is that so? A mental landscape, perhaps? And you and I were able to dismiss those visions with mere belief. I wonder if... She holds out one bejeweled hand and focuses on it intently. Suddenly, two vibrating crystal shards appear in the air above her hand, orbiting each other and emitting a sharp wooden scent. Ha! I love this item. I import them from the Harif, you know. They do nothing but add to decor, but I sell them for far more than most oddities. She grabs the crystal and puts it back into her pocket. It would seem this place lets me do more than shoo away shadows, yes. Can you produce anything you want in here? She looks at her hand, creating several different fantastical items, some you recall seeing from her illusion, but also failing to recreate others. Not anything, it would appear, but some things. I can't say I understand the methodology behind it. Related to my business, perhaps? I wonder. Can you make something that would help me in here? Let's see, shall we? Take what you like. Oh, sweet. Oh, apparently I should have sold some of this other stuff. What have we got here? A Gladiator's Will. That's a cipher that gives you +1 might edge, +5 armor. Active until next sleep. Oh, sure. Oh, value 0. Wait. Are you gonna just give this to me? Oh. Oh, look. Everything here's free. Oh, yeah. Sure. I will buy all the things. Why would I not do this? Okay. What is this? This is a Cacophony Blade, heavy melee weapon. This would be good for Airness. Oh man, that's really good. And what is this? This is a Petronel. A light ranged weapon, speed. Or it's a... I might actually use this. Actually, how did it compare to my current weapon? 10 +2. Oh yeah, it's much better. It doesn't daze though. But yeah, let's go ahead and equip that so I don't forget. Wait, what did he say? Okay. Temporal Hammer, which is a medium weapon. Can maybe give this to Legrand. And another heavy weapon, which is based on speed. I don't know. Well, we'll just take them all, but thank you. I wish she could do something to help me rest. I'm good, but that's good to know. Wait, so she oh yeah, she's a rest place and a merchant now. Sweet. Okay, so we gotta pick a place. Do we want the Crefton Fathom, the Village Fathom, or the Oasis Fathom? Let's just start at the top. We'll go to all three, I guess. Be sure to use your companions to assist when completing tasks. Oh look, it's a junkyard. Is this like the Crefton Fathom? Get up toll. Okay, so this is the Slaver Castoff we found early on.
All right.
Okay. Watch her, she's stronger than she looks. Oh, so her slavers are turning against her? Maybe that's her worst fear? The slaver toll Magura is here, her arms flailing across her body. Shades of her tide-addicted compatriots flicker around her, substanceless specters who radiate a burning, ephemeral need. Her hands pass through them, and each time she looks as though she's gonna vomit. Her feet are buried in the ground. She cannot move. You can feel the tides coil within her, perhaps as a response to the hungry ghosts that surround her. I know these shades. I killed them, but accidentally. I'm not a killer. I'm not. The shades aren't real. You can free yourself. Well, since we know we can rest, let's go ahead and do that. She struggles and screams against the need of her erstwhile minions, but somehow your words penetrate the barrier of her fear. She opens her eyes and sees you. She reaches out a hand to you, and a spark of energy flashes between your fingertips. With it, awareness comes into her eyes. The shades fade away from around her, and she mouths silent gratitude. She rests her weary head on the floor of the labyrinth, and she sinks into the ground, leaving no trace behind. Oh. Okay. But we helped her, right?
All right.
Okay, let's see. Who do we have here? Philithus and Airness.
Of course.
I don't know what Philithus is. Well, this is a pretty small area, isn't it? Okay, Airness. Hey, buddy. How you doing? Airness stands, fence clenched and knuckles white. At the center of his aura, his golden cloud. It takes you a moment to realize what's different here. He is in a hollow space within the glow, though it is reaching for him with hooked tendrils and jagged spines. Somehow, Airness is holding the Paragons and Cathartics at bay. Tell me I can help you. I don't know, I just know I can't. Let us in, roar the Paragons. We had a bargain, Airness. You can't go back on it just because you didn't agree to it in the first place. Let us in, whine the Cathartics. We are in danger out here. We are exposed. It is very cold. Title affinity. Okay, so I can have him be a hero, not a herder. Or I can tell him this is his mind to separate the audience for an Airness for good. Yeah, we got to do the right thing. Yep. Yeah, so he's a hero because of these things that have been, like, plaguing him, but, yeah, even if it means he's not going to be a hero anymore, but we'll see. Following the wordless urges of your instincts, you plunge your hands into the golden cloud. Bloody crisscrossing lines race over your knuckles and up your arms, but the audience has no taste for you. You can sense its horror and disgust at being touched like this. With a grunt, you tear the cloud away from your companion. The audience screams as one. Honor, glory, hero, punish, error, error, error. A tiny star flares at the center of the golden cloud in your hands. Another, and soon a ripple of spider-webbing flame races outwards as the nano-demons rupture one by one. The flames don't hurt, they tingle. At last, smoke rises from your empty hands and unburnt skin. You turn back to Airness. He is transparent, fading. He is no longer a hero, a fighter, or a champion. What he is crying. Grateful tears pour down the herder's face, and he raises a single hand to wave a goodbye. Then Airness is gone. Aw.
Ready.
Well, that's really sad. I mean, I always liked Airness, but, you know, he wasn't like that because he wanted to be, so. Wrapped around an aging stone pillar is a plated creature unlike anything you've seen. It hisses at the air, but its eyes, rows of them like a spider's, are fixed on you, glittering. It's just a statue, but your body trembles to look at it. It wants something more than just flesh. There's a strong feeling of malevolent intelligence surrounding this statue that you can't explain. Even more worrying, however, is a sense of familiarity you get while looking at it. The feeling of malevolence, of predation, reminds you strongly of when you first met Trachogen in the Bloom. You don't understand why this creature would remind you of the man, however. Figure out why this feeling is so familiar. Several memories strike at you all at once, not memories of your own past life, but those of your siblings. You see yourself prostrate before a creature exactly like the statue, but larger and more menacing. You're in tears, terrified. The creature stretches out a claw, and some invisible force crushes your chest. A flash, light from the creature's many eyes, sears through your retina into your brain. You fall on the floor, aware but unable to move. In another memory, you storm through a burning village in search of some artifact. The memory races forward, and you present that artifact to the creature. Another flash. You are kneeling before the creature. It speaks into your mind. Rise, my servant. Today you are no longer cast off. You are a Trachogen, and you will henceforth speak my name and carry out my will into this world. Okay. Several cast-offs have crossed it over the centuries. The creature finds the immortality and greed of your siblings useful, and their disregard for mortal life convenient. The statue is constructed from their memories. One of them even served as Trachogen long ago. Ah. Interesting.
Let's go.
So it's kind of like we're going to find out all kinds of stuff about our people we've met. What is Philithus? As far as you can tell, this Philithus looks exactly the same as the one you met before. Perhaps it is the same. As you approach, its hidden body seems to draw a deep breath, but nothing emerges. No words, no noise, no exhalation at all. Its glass mask seems fixed on you, but it just as easily could have been sleeping within. The thing just stands there, as if indifferent, until suddenly it speaks. How many motes of light spilled upon the ground before you moved the basin? You can feel no thoughts at all from within the robed figure. I don't know. Yes, the old calf gets sour milk from its mother's teat. Those that seek sweeter suckling waste away but never weep. The old herder spills salt tears, but the earth thirsts without tasting. Did you drink the light? I did. So we're talking about like at the very, very, very beginning of the game. We had a light in the that barrel. I don't remember I don't remember drinking it. I think I left it in the basin. No, you do not know the light. Ask. Why are you here? I have always been here. What did the light mean? When the question is known, the answer is but a conclusion. Can you help me? A debauchee, his other diversions exhausted, sought the clammy embrace of the Nyctheramon. The romance ended tastefully, as did the libertine. At this point, I'll take whatever help I can get, clammy or otherwise. In her ivory tower, the lady hears howling from the observation cells. None are taken, actions are not. Or notes are taken, actions are not. I think he's trying to help me. It's just he doesn't know. Now you understand. I do not understand anything at all. I think he was trying to help me. He just, it's very possible he's just beyond my intelligence and that he was telling me stuff that was very helpful. And, okay. Let us... Okay, see, when I came in here, I was with this... When it comes focused not on me, I always assume there's going to be a cutscene. But, okay, let's go to the second one here. Okay, so we successfully lost Airness. Or freed Airness, I guess. Looks like he will not be joining us. Okay, yes. What do we have here? This is the village Fathom. I will bet you we find Legrand here. Oh, we found Makena here.
Of course.
Okay. Hey, Makena. No, not Nang. Makena holds her weapons tightly and screams. As you come close, the shadows around her solidify. She is reliving the horrors of the attack on Colne, and for a moment you're there with her. The first militia lashes out with their weapons, and the villagers transform into their monstrous forms again. Her weapons have no effect, and her dying friends gout blood that washes around her boots. Nang, Tick, I'm so sorry, I didn't know. The faces in her nightmare change and twist. You see the first mask, Paj's face, Melmoth and Mimavera, countless faces, jeering, mocking, spilling their contempt across her. She fights savagely against the faces arrayed against her, each another stone in a wall of betrayal and mistrust. She's muttering and whimpering as if caught in a living dream, and you can hear her whispers. Traitor, murder of dreams, butcher, my fault, must scatter you, burn you. I'm here, Makena, you don't need to fight anymore. I'm here, Nang, she says. The shadows leer and twist around her, and a distorted version of Paj's face looms out in the air. She raises a flame lance high over her head and strikes swiftly. Makena knocks it aside, plunging a knife in the shadow's body. The ferocious heat from the lance washes over you, even as the lance vanishes. The illusion is powerful, too powerful to just talk her out of it. In a whisper, almost too soft to hear, you hear Makena say, I don't want to fight anymore. Shake her to snap her out of it. Come on, Makena. She's gonna stab me if I do that. You put your hand on her shoulder to shove her, and she lashes out quick as lightning. You snatch your hand away just in time. Come on, cowards. Come and fight. Come and die for what you've done. Try to shake her again. This isn't working. The illusion's too strong. You sense the knowledge you need to help her is in the labyrinth somewhere, but not here in this fathom. Oh. Okay. Well, here's Legrand. Hey, buddy. As you approach, you see Legrand trapped in a repeating loop of tortured time. The shadow of black metal frame looms behind him. and a flood of night-black monsters pours from it, red in eye and tooth. Shadowy villagers lurch and scream as the monsters fasten onto them. The faces come clear for a moment, and agony and fear their defining traits. Two stand out, a woman and her daughter. Legrand sobs, helpless. The creatures close in. Isatrina, Aviha, no. Curse this body, I'm too slow, too stupid. You know the truth of what you see here, that the creatures that assail Legrand's family are not destroying them. The beasts are copying the villagers, transmuting them into data that will be patterned into Legrand's arms. Maybe reminding him of the truth will set him free of his suffering. The monsters didn't destroy your village, Legrand. We'll find the code that will set them free. Reason creeps into his face, and the numb horror recedes. The blackness that spills from the frame is gone. He lays a hand on a tattoo and pulls it halfway from his skin. I know you. I know you. He laughs delighted. I know all of you. He reaches into his skin and lifts a handful of them into the air. Oh, my friends, Isatrina, Aviha, I am not dead? No, not dead. I should have known. I cursed you, I hated you, I wanted you gone, but I carried my answers. I am so, so sorry.
I'll remember that.
He lets the tattoos sink back into his skin. How is this possible? How do I know the answer now? How do I... He turns to you and realization dawns on his face. It was you. You unlocked the answer. You showed me the secret to realizing them, to releasing them from the trap of my skin. Now we've returned to the world. When we've returned to the world, I'll set them loose. Thank you, friend. Thank you. So what now? Want to join up with me again? Gladly, he clasps you on the shoulder. Let's get moving.
Here we go, then.
All right. Well, actually, I also have a new weapon for you, I think. No. Let's see. He is good with medium weapons, right? Medium weapons. And we found a new one. Where'd that go? Nope. It's light. That's a temporal hammer. 16 damage, max plus 12. That is way better than what he's currently using. Okay. Okay, well, we still need to help Makena, right. But it said we need to go elsewhere to find what we need to help her, so... You look up. The stone figure looks down, holding a circular symbol in its hands. Hair or perhaps tendrils curl from the edges of the hood that covers most of the statue's angular face. Abstract patterns race along the folds and wrinkles of the figure's robes. Let's see. This just seems like it's maybe... I don't know if there's anything I can do here.
Ready to learn something new.
Oh. Examine the statue again. Leave the statue alone.
Fine.
I think there's other, like, kind of more generic cast-offs here that we can also help. Let's make sure that Legrand's not who we needed to free Makena. It's not.
Go.
Okay. Well, okay, so we've managed to help one of our 3 companions. Let's see if we can, do the last one. I also noticed Oom's not out here. I mean, in a pinch, we can always add him back to the group, I guess. Legrand leveled up too. That's extra effort, yeah. And +1 training and concentration. Yeah, let's do that. Drink to the drags, max effort on attacks. Animate balefire. Summon a construct that draws the attacks of all enemies. Energize. Mind control. Mind control sounds good, but yeah, let's try mind control. Nope, it's not letting me for some reason. Okay, I get 2 to pick, so let's do mind control and drink to the dregs. Alrighty. Okay, this is problematic. Oasis Fathom.
All right.
Wonder if this is going to be like, oh look, we can swim through it. That's pretty cool. Oh, we're just swimming. We got Gibra and Imphi. I don't know who these are. Who are these guys? Gibra. Oh, they're... Gibra is a race. It's not a person. Hey there. This short, spare, lean-faced Gibra is so wrapped up in his work that he doesn't notice your approach. His multicolored scales look like they were patched together from an avalanche of shreds and scraps. He squeezes a strangely ticking device in his hand, regularly checking the readings from the instrument. His expression changes with every glance, twisting from amusement to horror to disgust. Rhizomes are the answer, not trees. We should never have believed trees' roots and radicals. They made us suffer too much. He looks at you in sudden surprise. You're not a lacuna? Then we are linked, you and I, by life and memory and torment. Tell me, brother, what was the nature of your illusion? He watches the device. If there is no root, then even our sire is a sibling. We are all one. What illusion do you mean? We suffer more in our imagination than in reality. All our brothers and sisters have been drawn into this place to keep us here while we await our destiny. The Labyrinth constructs illusions from our fears, nightmares from our own self-inflicted torment. It takes the serenity of knowing oneself to free oneself. I was confronted by a scarred man from my past. Were I not certain that I had already truly forgiven him, I would not be speaking to you now. Have I forgiven him or myself? What is the nature of our regret? What's that device? Perhaps it is also an illusion. I seek to understand the nature of our shadows. Speaking with the others has been fruitless, so I observe, I measure, I hope. It is the latter that will be my downfall, I am certain. Can we free others from their illusions? All that consists of real, the plane of consistency, is the abolition of all metaphor. Some can free themselves as I have. Some merely need to be told what they fear is unreal. The rest are more difficult. I suspect that if one steps into the metaphor with them, takes their hand and leads them out, they can be freed. But you must understand the nature of their regret. I have been unsuccessful in that so far. Who are you? Who are any of us? I am part of all that we have met. I am part of you that you can hear what you are saying. Imphi. Are you a reflection of someone I've met? Haven't you been listening? I'm no reflection, no lacuna, no construct of your imagination. I'm just like you, a cast-off, merged by the labyrinth, awaiting a destination. What's a lacuna? Figment, constructions fabricated from our collective consciousness. Take Loyhan there, for instance. He is neither a cast-off nor a reflection. There may have once been an actual Gibra mentioned name Loyhan, I don't know. Or perhaps he's an archetypal conglomerate. Regardless, he is a dream created entirely by the labyrinth. He doesn't even realize where or what he is. Okay. So we got some Gibras here. This is really cool. I kind of wish that we had had more opportunity to do an underwater level like this. Because this is kind of cool. Well, there's Massif. Massif slaps his hands at the water in front of him as though he were banging his hands against a wall. Let me out, you monsters. It wasn't my idea. I didn't even want the damn talisman. What's wrong? What's wrong with staying in your damn body for once? We could have escaped together, or you could have come back for me. I can't get out alone. There's nothing in here. I need some sort of tool to get out. You're not trapped. Prison is an illusion. Your prison's an illusion. No device can hold me. If I had something to work with, that is. Okay, let's try to understand the nature of his torment. He believes he's imprisoned in the Oasis again, like he was long ago, but that alone should not be enough to anguish him like this. Finally, it dawns on you. His agony is not his physical imprisonment, but the fact that he was abandoned by his maker twice. He can't be forced free, but what he needs, what he wants most desperately, is help. He's looking around for a tool. Perhaps if you gave him something, then you could be the help he needs. Give him a shin. Massif, here. Get yourself out with this. Ha! I knew you'd come back for me, and you smuggled a shaper key past those damn gibbers. He takes the shin from your hand, then he kneels down and works at some device you can't see. There's an audible click, the gibber around him swim away, and the haunted look drops from Massif's natural eye. It was a shaper key. What? You? We're not in the Oasis. Of course, how could I be so stupid? How else could the resonance chamber have worked? What are you talking about? This is a psychic substrate, a kind of mental dimension that connects us to each other, the changing God and every last one of his children. Even with all my knowledge and abilities, there were things about the resonance chamber that were a mystery to me. This answers a lot of them. This is the thing that links us all, the plane of our minds. He's here too, isn't he? He would have to be. If he were alive when the machine were activated, you have to stop him. He'll be after the core of this place so he can finish the job, so he can snuff us out and save his own damn self. I know. I'm gonna stop him. Good, I'll come with you. Let's... He looks down at his feet suddenly. They're fading away. What the hell? It spreads up to his knees, then his legs. He's slowly disappearing. Damn it, quick, take this. He shoves a device into your hand. Find him, stop him, you have to. Soon the rest of his body fades, and then Massif is gone. Oddly, you can still feel his voice in your mind. He might still be somewhere in the Labyrinth, but you have no idea where. Gain cipher sickness. I gain cipher sickness. And we get an all-burning aura. Okay, so he gave us both a cipher, I guess. All-burning aura. Wait, we don't both have it. Do we? Oh, because we're linked, we're both getting the cipher sickness. I gotcha. Well, let's give this to Legrand unless we need it. User is surrounded by a wreath of fire that deals damage. Ooh, that sounds pretty cool. Yeah, he can handle it because he's got the extra concentration. Okay, so we got some more Gibra. We got a Fimpy. What is this? An obelisk. Examine the runes. Okay. Touch the obelisk.
Go.
Okay. I am really looking to find something to help Makena. Looks like some sort of underwater cafe. That's pretty... This is nice. I'm telling you, this is like the friendliest place we've been to.
I'm ready.
Yeah, we should just stay here and not go any further.
Doing it now.
Okay. Leyhand Stoles. Okay. Let's
Sure.
head over here and talk to this guy. This is a big place too. Fimpy's Refuge. Hey. The wiry Gibber gives you a nod as you approach, his lips crooked into a friendly smile. Although his relaxed posture suggests a measure of comfort within his surroundings, his hand is wrapped tightly, almost nervously, around a tattered leather-bound notebook. Inexplicably, the book seems unaffected by the water. Leyhand Stoles, census taker and demographer, plenipotentiary by appointment of the Giash. Might you spare a moment for some questions? Sure. Well, I suppose I should. Yes, I'm sure the first thing I would ask would be strange, very strange. Maybe you have some questions for me. Can I see that book you're holding? You may not. Added the question. Absolutely forbidden. As you can imagine, it is replete with sensitive personal information. The Giash vouchsafes the privacy of its citizens, and naturally, as the Giash's agent, I must do the same. Must be something important in the book. Please let me look at it. Oh, all right, but I'll need to give it back to me as soon as you're done. He hands you the book. Far from being full of personal information, it is overwhelmingly empty. There are only 5 pages that aren't blank. Each is a solid color: indigo, blue, gold, silver, and red. In the center of each is a familiar tattoo, like a deletion and absence of color. Still, something about them draws your attention. Let's look at the gold page. Lying prone on the dune, the pale gray cloak and cowl blending with the Drit, you are surely invisible to distant caravanners. They can no more see you than they can detect the iron wind howling their way. They are ignorant of the line being drawn across their lives, as ignorant of the calm before as they are of the coming storm. Later this moment will matter, not just for them, for the wind can know no master, but what it sows can be reaped, its fruits fermented into toxins. Your brothers and sisters are hard to kill, faith is hard to kill. Too many of them still revel in the bodies your father gave them, groveling for the half-chewed meat that he's tossed away. When the flesh fails, faith will follow. No one loves a father who can't protect them. The drip begins to stir, the wind is coming, and with it change. You give those who lie in its way no warning. These are cast-off memories. There's some familiarity to them, but there's nothing new in this place. Okay. Let's see, your book is basically empty. Well, basically, that's an important qualification. Very well, I confess. I'm not even the one who filled out those entries. I think they've been here the whole time. The chief demographer will have my scales, I fear, but truth be told, there just doesn't seem to be anyone to interview. Odd, isn't it? And Fimpy says you're not real. As you can imagine, we census takers receive all manner of imprecations. I suppose this imaginary jab relates to the chief demographer's decision to transition us to statistical sampling methods. I assure you, every person counts, even me. Okay.
Yes.
Safe travels. Well, I think that what Fimpy told us might be able to be enough to help Makena, so let's go do that. Yeah. I wonder if we had traveled with Kalistej more, or if we kept Ren. I'm assuming they would be here too. But, okay, Makena. We know how to get you free, I hope. Try to understand how you can help her. Her illusion is more powerful than it should be. She's aware of you, but just barely. What she needs is to stop fighting, and the only way she's going to do that is if she believes her enemies are dead. Perhaps you need to become one of her enemies. Get close and let her kill you. You step forward, arms outstretched. She sees you and attacks, driving her knife into your gut. She's too tortured to hit any vitals, but it still hurts. You come closer and put your arms around her. What? She blinks, noticing you for the first time. Tash. No, who are you? She looks around at all the shades you can barely see. They're all dead. Tears well up in her eyes, all of them. I did this if it weren't for me. Makena, this is a dream. Remember, Tosh tried to help you. She's not looking at you. She's not talking to you, but then her head snaps back, and she sees you for the first time. What are you doing here? She steps out of your arms and quickly sheaths her weapons. Been the Black 3, that's embarrassing. Suppose I owe you gratitude for getting me out of there. The Labyrinth, that's where we are, isn't it? I've dreamt of this place. You're my friend, Makena. You don't owe me anything. I'll hold you to that, shall I? Forget all about the pouch of shins I lifted off you earlier? She laughs. Alright. Got a plan in mind? You want to come join me again? Between that and rot down here, not much of a choice. I'm with you. Let's go. Through, down, out, whatever we need to do. Okay. Did we actually find a light weapon that she might be able to use? I'm not sure we did. We found several heavy weapons, and I found this light weapon that I'm using. She is specialized in light weapons, right? She is. So, I guess we'll just keep her with what she's got. That is... Wait, no, I'm not. Yeah, this is what I'm looking at. 3 plus 4... Maybe I should switch her over to the other one, but I don't know. Anyway, yeah, so let's
do it.
Let's go rest. And it looks like, unless some other surprises happen, we are going to be heading to face off against the Changing God next time. Let's talk to Lady Anshe here one more time. Was She could do something to help me rest. Why not, little brother? I run several hostelries and roadhouses in the real world. Perhaps if I... And we rest up.
Thank you. Who's going to stop us now?
Oh, and there's Ah.
All
I was
right.
about to say, I'll bet you could help us. I wonder if Oom's trapped. Waits for you here as it has all along, looking more and more like it was born here in your mind. Come with me. Agrees.
Doing it now.
Okay. So we might not have Airness, but is back. I have absolutely no idea what he does, so if we end up in a fight, that'll be interesting. Yeah, so... Oh, and the Last Castoff, he leveled up as well. So let's... Extra effort. Oh my gosh, look at all the stuff we can get. Brawler. Practiced in armor, versatile effort. Press advantage. Plague spirits. Infuse critical hits with entropic forces, conferring disrupted on top of everything else. Let's go ahead and use this guy. It's been really helpful with, yeah, we're going to use the analytic attack that Makena does so well with. And skill to increase. Since we're about to face off against the Changing God, I'm thinking memory might help me more than anything else. That'll help me remember his memories. And yeah. So yeah, next time we'll be heading off to the path to the resonance. And we'll find our way to the Changing God, and we'll... Who knows, maybe we'll end all this very soon. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this. I'll see you soon. Take care.